Yeah, just stay on the speaker vibrate.
Well, uh, I back from having my cataract surgery. It went well. They said that they would, give me like a light sedation, where I might not remember the surgery, but I would do whatever they need me to do, turn right or left, whatever. And they must have forgot to give me any because I remember all of it. And it wasn't bad. You see a bright light and different colors, and you can hear the machine. You can hear them having conversation and, um, about my name and birthday, sharing information back and forth. And it took about maybe 20 minutes. I waited for the surgery, for the operating room to open up the longest of anything. Um, Randy picked me up, um, got me there, no problem, piece of cake. He waited, waited in the waiting room and made sure I got home and back in the apartment. And um, for the surgery, you just have to waist up, put on a gown, and you can leave your shoes and jeans and everything else on. And they put on three sticky things to listen for your heart. Of course, you get the IV. They started one here, and the vein was too small, so they went over here, and then it started putting the IV fluid under the skin. And they asked me, where's a good spot? And I said, well, I always gave blood and stuff right here. Went right in. I should have told them. I know exactly where to go, right here. And then the worst part was the blood pressure cuff because I have angel wings. Ooh, I mean, it might as well just be somebody digging into my under there with their fingernails and twisting. It feels just like that. And the machine's not getting your blood pressure, so it keeps trying over and over. And finally, they took it off and they put it down here on my forearm. So I am going to insist from now on, put it here, or don't put it on. So after that, fine. Put on the oxygen thing, and then they put in a bunch of dilating drops while I was getting ready and prepped for the surgery, and then they put in numbing drops, and then they had like a sticky thing they put over my other eye and forehead, to make it a sterile environment, and they had something that kept my eyelids apart, and they would do whatever they're doing, and then they would put some cold saline or something on there, and it would run down. But it felt really good when they did the flush stuff. So I really liked that. But I came home with some wet hair, and let's see what else. Oh, for today and tomorrow, this just take it easy. Don't do anything. No lifting or cleaning. So yesterday I made some soup and stuff for salads, and I don't even have to cook. Just use the microwave. Dishes are all done. House is clean. I did all my laundry yesterday. Got that out of the way. Annie did great. She did great. First thing when I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, I come right in the kitchen and got her medicine, her chill pill, and she took it really good. She was standing at the door watching me leave at 7:15, and I didn't hear any barking when I went outside, when I went upstairs and outside. And when I got back, she was sleeping. She wasn't barking. She didn't bark at Randy or nothing. She slept all day with me. She's right here sleeping. Tell him you're a stoner. And she didn't potty on the floor. I had pee pads down in the bedroom in case she would get super nervous and start peeing and pooping everywhere. She didn't. She did great. My eye feels like I want to scratch it, but it still feels a little kind of burny, stingy every once in a while. I have to wear a clear eye shield when I go to bed, and I don't want to have any breeze blowing on my face, not when I'm outside or in here with the fan on, because that feels like it's drying out my eye. So I have lubricating eye drops, and then I have the prednisone eye drops, plus the 2 other eye drops that I started before the surgery yesterday. I did them all day. So I'll be using 4 or 5 different eye drops and then gradually taper off, you know, the prednisone one. Wednesday I just go into town and see my doctor, the surgeon that did my surgery, the doctor that did my surgery. And he'll check on me. And everything went smoothly. I said, what am I going to do about my glasses? And they said, well, a lot of people pop the lens out and just, you know, have the one for your eye that hasn't been done yet. I said, okay, I guess that sounds good to me. And so we'll know more. Everything's kind of blurry. My eye's still pretty dilated and sensitive to the light. Where's my... They gave me these when I go outside. My future's so bright, I gotta wear these shades. Yes, I wasn't nervous at all. I was looking forward to it. Christopher and Randy took care of the car situation for me. Christopher was at Randy's house at 6 o'clock Sunday morning. And by 8 o'clock when Randy got up, Chris had the part on, was putting antifreeze in the radiator and everything. And Randy came over here and got me, took me back to his house so I could get my car over here. And it did fine on the way home. I even ran the air conditioner and it did fine. So I gave them money for the parts and their gas. And, you know, a lot of trips they had to make with their gas, and with the price of gas, you know. Gave Randy money for gas for taking me to Christiansburg today, so money, 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 easy come, easy go. So everything's really kind of chill around here. Yeah, it's all good. So, guess that's about it. Can't think of anything else. Yeah. Okay. I hope you're doing well. Pardon me for just rattling off the head and not even asking you, how are you? How are you doing? Tell me about you. What do you got going on? Anyway, just being silly. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
I can feel there is somebody here, and he's watching over me tonight as he takes away my fears, lets me know there's a heaven up there. Yeah, he's reaching out his hand to me to wash away my tears. Oh, I know you